What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and today we are opening one box of Fists of the Gadgets. And can I just say what everyone is thinking? This name kind of sounds like a placeholder name, right? It's like, okay, this set has Fire Fists and it has gadget monsters. What do we call this thing? I don't know. Just write something down, Fists of the Gadgets, but then they left it that way. I don't know. It just feels a little bit uninspired. Not that the set name really matters in terms of how good the cards inside actually are. Speaking of the cards inside, the most valuable ones that we're looking for are things like Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Eagle, which currently at the time of filming this video is sitting at just above $30. As is the case with most of the sets like this that we've gotten in the past couple years here, the way to buy the cards out of these boxes is through singles. It's not through boxes. While it is true that during like the first initial weekend where this box is actually released, you can still make some decent money off the cards just because a lot of the secret rares or a couple of secret rares are worth between like $5 to $15. The fact of the matter is that after a few weeks, especially if the Fire Fist monsters actually don't see competitive play, you'll see pretty much the entire set crash in value. That being said, the cards in here are pretty good. I mean, in terms of the Fire Fist monsters, but also just in terms of some of the reprints. We have some cool Subterror cards. We have Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. We have Scrap Recycler. So we'll take a look at those as we go along. As always, if you'd like to purchase any of the cards in this video that I open that you don't want to buy a whole box for, make sure to use my link to tsgplayer.com, which will be in the description below. If you use that link, you get the cards that you want, and also you help support the channel in the process. Anyway, let's start off with opening a couple of these Fists of the Gadgets packs. And yeah, I would really like to pull multiple copies of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon because I don't have any matching rarities for that card, and I tend to play 2 in the extra deck when I'm using Pot of Extravagance. So we have Gold Gadget, Fire Formation Tensu, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. There we go. Must not be very hard to pull. It's a super. I thought it was a secret rare, but I guess it's a super. So we got that right there. That's the original artwork, not the alternate artwork. Then we have Yellow Gadget. That's kind of interesting. And then we have Fire Formation Domi. Oh, I thought it said Dome and then like an exclamation point, like all the Skyscraper cards have. But okay, like Engage has an exclamation point. Anyway, I thought that's what it said, but not really sure. The very big Fire Formation card, not Fire Formation, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist card that we're looking for is the Link monster that prevents you or doesn't let it stops you from having to do the costs of the Fire Fist effects, which is like absolutely insane. Just honestly, boot up order gear change. That card looks really cool. I actually really like the gadget monsters. I always say this whenever we open something with the gadgets, but let me know what your favorite gadget is. Personally, I am very partial to Red Gadget. He's right there in the background. I like him. I think he looks kind of funny. His eyeballs are different heights, which is must be a hard life for the red gadgets of this world. Signet Conflict, Shooting Code Talker, boot up Corporal Command Dynamo. That's the guy in this artwork. So that must be one of the new cards. You can turn up to 2 machine gadget monsters you control or in your graveyard. Different names. Special summon this card from your hand, then equip those targets to this card. Okay, and then it gains 1,000 attack for each. Okay, and then we have Ignis Heat, the True Draco Slayer, one of the reprints. Honestly, at this point, the True Draco cards have been reprinted so many times, it really is like a solid budget deck, I think. I mean, there are certainly expensive cards in there, but unlike something like Guru Control or Altergeist, you don't actually need like Pot of Extravagance. You can just play Card of Demise. I mean, actually, it is not good to play Pot of Extravagance, not even like a budget factor. It's just not good to play Pot of Extravagance in that deck. So if you have a lot of cards like Desires and Duality and Card of Demise, you can build a pretty competent, budget-friendly True Draco deck, and it helps that they keep reprinting them. Then we have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla, Tiger King, Mythical Beast Master Cerberus, which is one of the cards I think people are excited about. I actually just sold a bunch of these the other weekend at the UDS. I had sort of lying around, and these cards were like a couple bucks. You know, Jackal King was really expensive for a while, but then it got reprinted. This one, though, I don't know why I put it up there. It's not secret rare anymore, but this one, though, did definitely need a reprint. Helps lower the cost of pendulums. We have Powerhold, the Moving Battery, and a new card, Archfiend's Manifestation, not to be confused with Altergeist Manifestation, even though they kind of, if you squinted real hard, their names might look pretty similar. As far as the Archfiend stuff goes, I am really not sure what those cards are doing as far as competitiveness. They haven't really seemed to do anything from what I've seen. We have Swap Cleric, Fire Formation Tensu, Red Gadget, there he is, my boy. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster, pretty cool reprint. They've actually reprinted a lot of the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist cards in this set that were old, because those cards now at this point are really, really old. They're like 6 years old, which is kind of mind-blowing. That was when I was first getting into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, we have Archfiend's Awakening, the really cool ritual-looking monster. That's actually kind of neat. All the Archfiend cards are kind of interesting, especially how they make use of Summon Skull in as many forms. But, oh, nice. So we pulled every single gadget. So we have green gadget, red gadget, and yellow gadget. There he is, green gadget, silver gadget, nice. Brotherhood of the Firefist Spirit. This is a fun fact. This is the first holographic reprinting of this particular card. This card was hyped up for a while and was really good for a while, but it is, I don't know, the 3-axis Firefist deck never really took off in the TCG. It was a lot bigger of a deal in the OCG, but I don't actually know what the modern Firefist decks are looking like. Are they still playing this card? Are they not? Who really knows? But that's a cool super rare upgrade for if you're playing any copies. Brotherhood of the Firefist Cardinal. And then we have, nice, Brotherhood of the Firefist Peacock, which is not one of the more expensive secret rares. I believe this card, at the time of this video being recorded, is only like $5 or something, which is kind of unfortunate. Not the Brotherhood of the Firefist Link monster that we are necessarily working for. Also, I'm pretty sure that that card should be called Brotherhood of the Firefist P-Hen, because that is the female version of a peacock, but okay, whatever. Because they're all P-Fowls, but they're only, whatever. No one cares about peacock knowledge. Cardinal, Tiger King, Defcon Bird. What? Why does it look like a big jelly bean? Like, it doesn't look like a jelly bean? Come on, who drew that? Green Gadget, Fire Formation, Ignin, okay. Not really sure about the new Fire Formation cards, at least from the combos that I was looking at. It seemed like a lot of people were just showing off the Link Monster and some of the older cards. Like, I don't know if Dragon is in this set, but Dragon gets kind of nuts with the Link Monster because you don't have to send 2. We have Raster Liger, which is an upgraded version of the video game promo, I believe. That just came out. Fire Formation Yoko, Boot Up Order Gear Change again, Prohibit Snake. What are these? These cards are so silly looking. And we have Archfiend's Ascent, which I believe is on the, yep, that is on the pack's cover. Man, so we got, it looks, I think there's like an Archfiend Synchro too. We pulled a Ritual, a Fusion, and an Xyz monster. So maybe we can pull the Synchro as well, if it even exists. I am 99% sure that there is a Synchro Archfiend, but I could be wrong. We have Amorphage Lechery, Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter, which is currently limited still. Spool Code, okay. Subterra Final Battle, one of the more hyped reprints of the set. This is the first holographic printing of this card. So we have like this card, we have Spirit, there's Scrap Recycler, which hasn't had a holographic printing and is currently being played in a lot of Orcus decks. So it's very exciting to have. You can pretty much build an entirely hollowed out Subterra deck now because we recently got Guru as an ultra rare and now we have Final Battle as a super rare. So that's really nice to see in this set. And then we have Brotherhood of the Firefist Ram. But yeah, I'm a big fan of rarity upgrades, as you guys probably know. I think one of the coolest things you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you really, really like a deck is build it in a way that you can play 15 holographic extra deck cards, 15 holographic side deck cards, and of course 40 holographic main deck cards. So the entire deck is fully holographic. Nice, another Final Battle there. We have Brotherhood of the Firefist Bear, which used to be $50 back in the day. Holy crap, how time has flown here. Ultimate Fire Formation Sinto. Okay. Trap card Fire Formation, which man, I can't believe, I don't know if people are still playing them, but the 2 trap card Fire Formations used to get played back in the day. The one that makes them unaffected and gives them like 300 attack or something, and then the one that gives them like 1,000 attack. Chronograph Sorcerer, pretty cool reprint, kind of a random reprint. I feel like there's not a lot of Pendulum monsters in this set. This is kind of look random. Actually, looking at the set list, it looked like a lot of the reprints didn't really go along with anything else in the set, but they just wanted to throw them in something. Then we have Bear, Subterra Phoenix, which obviously already has a holographic printing. It was first printed as holographic. We have L Phase, and another Ignis Heat, the True Draco Slayer. Maybe we can make a True Draco deck by the end of this profile. Oh god, I hope not. I don't like True Dracos very much, but I know they're a pretty good rogue deck. Actually, they were the most, oh nice, Amorphage Sloth, that's a pretty cool reprint. Subterra Phoenix, Shooting Code Talker, wow, Shooting Code Talker and Code Talker. And we have Archfiend's Call. See, there was a Synchro monster, nice. So now, I think that is all of like the big new Archfiend cards. So we have the Ritual Monster, the Fusion Monster, the Xyz Monster, and the Synchro Monster, which all pretty much look like the exact same artwork, or the exact same card, like Summon Skull, but just in different poses, which is kind of cool. I actually kind of like when they do that. Now, some people feel they don't like them when they recycle artwork, but I think it's kind of cool to sort of pay homage to an older card like Summon Skull. We have Majesty Maiden, the True Draco Slayer, Talkback Lancer, Prohibit Snake again, Latency, and Boot Up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo. Look at that guy, he's crazy. What? Can it be normal summon set most special summon from your hand? Can't talk at all. By sending 2 gadget monsters from your hand or face from the field to the graveyard. Can appear destroyed by battle or card effects, so you control a gadget monster or a gadget monster card equipped to a monster. Once per turn, you can target one of the card field straight. That's cool. I actually like, man, I should build just like some dumb gadget deck. I really like the gadget monsters. I think they're cool. And that is it for the first half of the box. We'll go a little bit faster here because I've spent so much time talking about the gadget monsters. Cardinal, Tiger King, Defcon Bird, Green Gadget, Fire Formation Tenki, and Secret Rare. Still, if you want a max rarity, you're going to be playing the ultimates, but it's cool having a Secret Rare. It's been printed in a lot of rarities. You have it in, I believe, Super Rare in the past. I believe you have it in Common. Well, now we have it in Secret Rare. You have it in all sorts of stuff. Cardinal, Subterra Final Battle, Boot Up Corporal, a Command Dynamo, Prohibit Snake, and Archfiend's Manifestation. Once again, look at crazy Summon Skull holding that big sword or something. Good old Summon Skull. Although it's not really, a lot of these look like more some of the alternate artworks of Summon Skull, not so much the original artwork. Morphage Lechery, Dynamite Knight again, Spool Code, Subterra Final Battle, Fire Formation InGen. It is not looking so hot for pulling the Fire Fist Link 2 monster that seems to be really popular. That probably is why it is so expensive, if we're being completely honest. Majesty Maiden, Elphase, Fire Formation Yoko, Starry Mountain Fusion Dragon. Wow, that actually took a really, really long time to pull a second copy of this card, unless I missed it. But that is really good that we did, because, like I said, I have like an Ultra Rare from one of the Legendary decks that I can't remember which one it was. I think that was Legendary Decks 3, Legendary Dragon decks, or whatever. And then I have the original Secret Rare, but those are mismatching, and that triggers me. So we gotta play matching rarities. Chronograph, Phoenix, Elphase, Code Radiator. That guy looks kind of cool, actually. Interesting. All these Cyrus monsters. A lot of the Cyrus monsters, I don't know. Is this a hot take? A lot of the Cyrus monsters look like machine monsters. But I get that one of the problems with having so many cards and not having set rotation is that if you print any more machine monsters and they have a lot of different support, I always think, we got a Morphage Goliath, which I believe is the first one that we pulled. Obviously, it was a very strong card when number 95, Dark Matter Dragon, was not banned. Well, yeah, you just have like a lot of situations where like you can't print a machine monster with less than 500 attack. We got another Domi just because you can use machine duplication on it, and that sort of breaks open any new machine archetype. Pretty crazy to think about. I think we've like missed every single expensive Fire Fist, because it looks like Eagle, Elephant, Panda, and then Eland are like the most expensive ones, and we have not pulled that yet. We have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Swan. Pretty aggressive looking card there. We got another one of the Raster Liger. Yeah, so it looks like we have missed pretty much every single card that is over $10. Can we pull even one of them? Even knowing that after this weekend, they're probably all going to go down in price anyway. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, we pulled a playset of Ignis Heat, the True Draco Slayer. Oh my gosh, it's True Dracos can't escape me. It is impossible. 0 copies of Scrap Recycler pulled, by the way, which is a super rare. Another Spirit. And then we have Archfiend's Call. Boy, we've pulled a lot of these Archfiend cards. We have pulled 2 of the Ritual, 2 of the Synchro, 3 Ignis, and yet we have not pulled any of the expensive Brotherhood of the Fire Fist cards, which is okay, not so hot. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Elan. Okay, there's a card. Wait, really? Okay, this is like this is the second most expensive card in the entire set. Currently sitting at $15 at the time of recording this video, which I know I probably sound like a broken record that I keep saying that, but I just have to do it. It's sort of preventing myself from getting comments 3 months from now that say, well, now this card is $100. Now this card is $1. Probably more likely to be the $1. Anyway, the last pack, we get our first copy of Hidden City. Holy crap. This is actually a big deal. Hidden City was like $23 before this reprint, and now you can get the reprint for like $8. But man, that is short printed. That is really, really hard to pull. Seems like the reprinted cards like Scrap Recycler and Hidden City are really, really difficult to actually pull out of the set, considering we just opened an entire box and did not pull a Scrap Recycler. It only pulled 1 Hidden City. Then we have a Fire Formation Tenki as the very last card. As you can see, this is kind of why I always caution you guys against buying the boxes for these sets, even more so than a core set, because core sets usually have the secret rare. It's like for the first 2 weeks, or at least worth a little something. But yeah, this is pretty minus, if we're being completely honest, only going off of the what I paid for the box and what we actually pulled in terms of sheer value. So if you'd like to purchase any of the cards from the set, maybe don't buy a box. Maybe just go to TCG Player using my link in the description below, instead of buying a box and pulling one $15 card and a whole bunch of cards that are worth $2. I'll see you later though. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.